Let's talk to Curtis Blaydes. He had a big win on Saturday, and he deserves some of our time. He joins us now without further ado. Hey, Curtis, how are you?
I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Congratulations on the win. Massive win. I felt like you had a chip on your shoulder the size of Ohio on Saturday. You wanted to shut some people up. Wrong or right?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I read the comments. I hear the opinions on YouTube and Instagram and everything. People always let me know what the haters are talking about me. And I wanted to make a statement. I've been telling the world for a few years now, I know how to strike. I never felt like I had to strike, but I wanted to make a statement.
Why do you read that stuff? Why do you even let that enter your psyche?
I don't read it as often as I used to. I used to spend hours reading everything. Now it'll just be like that one comment. I don't know. It sticks with me. It feels disrespectful, and I don't like to be disrespected. Like, a lot of people hate on my grappling ability. I'm just like, I don't understand why I'm expected to ignore like a major hole in my opponent's skill set just to please people who really don't care about my health or my finances. But I'm beginning to understand the game, and I know what the people want. They want to see knockouts on the feet. They want to see highlights. They want explosive initiation. I know I have the ability, and I'm going to do my best to put that on display more for people.
You know what's crazy? You have won 6 of 7, 50% of those wins. So 3 of those wins are via finish, KO or TKO. So the notion that you're just like a guy who wrestles, and by the way, it's part of the rule set. Like, you can wrestle if you want, but I get it. You know, it's entertainment and all that prize fighting. This notion that you're boring or that you just use wrestling, your decision machine, is actually inaccurate just by virtue of those stats right there. I mean, like, big knockouts, like highlight reel knockouts. And so I don't get it either. It must drive you nuts when you hear this stuff.
It does. But then again, I have to think about who are the people that are making these comments. They're usually casuals. They're usually imports from the boxing world or Muay Thai or another type of striking discipline. So their opinions are skewed, and I understand that. But I also understand a lot of the fan base thinks that way. So I have to adjust if I want to continue to be a part of the UFC and grow my name, grow my brand, and continue to earn good money. There are things I have to do, and that's why this weekend we went in with a mindset to do that.
I love the call out afterwards. I love that you had someone in mind, and I think the fight makes a lot of sense. The Stipe situation was a little funny because it didn't seem like he was listening to you. I don't know if he was no-selling on purpose or not. I think he was actually just like taking pictures with people. But in retrospect, what did you make of that whole scene afterwards?
I'm not going to lie. Originally in my head, I was thinking gone. And then when DC pointed out that Stipe was there, I was like, oh, I didn't even realize he was there because I didn't know. I'm not paying attention to that stuff. But then when he brought it up, we had to I was like a spur of the moment type of thing. And I really don't believe that he would fight me because I believe he deserves a title shot. I believe that. I don't know if he's going to get it, but I didn't really believe that he wants to fight me. I don't think he believes I'm worth it. So
really?
I mean, I think I'm worth it, but it's not about what I think. It's about what everyone else thinks, you know?
Right. Are you guys friends? I mean, I know you've trained together in the past.
Yeah, we're cool. We haven't spoken in a few years, but I still follow him on IG. I think he still follows me. I'm not exactly sure, but we got no beef. It's all business.
But to be clear, if you had your first choice, it would be Ciryl Gane, right?
Yes.
What do you think happens with the whole Francis situation?
I don't know. I don't understand exactly what's going on because originally I heard he wanted to go to boxing, but then I heard he has to defend, and then he has the injury, so he has to defend the UFC belt before he's allowed to leave. Is that correct?
No, if the contract is up, like one way or the other, the contract is up end of this year, and that's that. Even if he is champion, he can leave.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Like, if I'm him, I'm just gonna box. Like, they make a lot of money, and he would make a lot of money against Joshua or Tyson or Deontay. He would be rich. So if I'm him, I let my knee heal up and get ready to box.
How do you think he would do?
Honestly, based off the top boxers in the heavyweight division I've watched, I'm not overly like. I think he does well. I think he has the reach. I think we know he has the explosion and the athleticism. And with those gloves, those bigger gloves, he may not have the same impact, but I think he wins. I think he can beat any of those guys.
When you see what I don't know how much you pay attention to it, but like Dillian White, that dude's making $8 million to fight Tyson Fury next month. When you see what the heavyweight boxers are making compared to what you guys make, the top 5 of the UFC's heavyweight division. I'm talking heavyweights here. I'm not even comparing you guys to like other weight classes, just heavyweight to heavyweight. How do you react to that?
It's exciting. It's always good to know that there's something on the other side of MMA, because you can't fight forever, and at the end you just want to get your money, and that's always going to be a good avenue. Like, if you build up your name and your brand in the UFC or in MMA, you have the opportunity to transition over into the boxing world, and you can make a lot of money at the end of your career.
I remember around like a year and a half or so ago, you were a little vocal about pay and all that stuff. And then I felt, this is not me knowing anything on the inside, I felt like you were kind of like iced for a minute and they were mad about it. But I feel like now you're back. You're like back in the good graces. Was that a thing that happened? Because, you're in the main event and everything, so it seems like they're okay with you. But I felt like they were kind of frustrated with you because you talked about it. The fight wasn't so exciting. The brass seemed mad. They ice you for a second. Is that a thing that happened?
Well, yes, they were frustrated with me, and they have every right to be. Me speaking on the pay, I'm just happy I got a job. I had a job during COVID. A lot of people didn't have that opportunity. I was still able to earn and provide for my family. So I get that. And you're right, the Volkov fight, it wasn't my best performance. That's not my best. I can admit that because I know I can do better. But I don't think I was iced. I think it was just, after Volkov fight, we're talking about after Derrick Lewis. I had an 8-month medical suspension. I wasn't really iced. It was for my brain. I wasn't able to really compete. So I had to wait. So I don't think they were like purposely icing me out now.
Okay, that was after the Derrick Lewis fight.
Yeah,
but also after Volkov, it was 6 months too. It was June to February.
Well, that was because I was matched up with Derrick Lewis in November of that year. That
right. Yep.
COVID.
Yep.
So that's what that was. Yeah.
That's a great point. So what about that loss to Derrick? How did it change you as a fighter?
I learned a lot. I learned a great deal. I learned I need to believe in my hands, because if you watch that first round, I owned him. I can say that with 100% like confidence. I was owning him. I didn't need to force that takedown at the beginning of the next round, but in my head, I still had that wrestler's mentality. Like, okay, you did enough striking, get him on the ground. I didn't have to do that, and that was the biggest takeaway. Believe in your hands.
Sometimes when when a fighter gets knocked out, it changes. Makes them a little gun shy, a little tentative. I mean, it didn't really look like that against Jairzinho, but did you feel a little bit early on in that fight? Like, were you still thinking about it, or by the time you fought, was it completely in the rearview mirror?
I'm not gonna lie to you. It was on the outskirts of my mind. Like when you get out there, I woke up in an ambulance. So that's a weird feeling. And yeah, it got to me a little bit, but after the first round with Jorginho, it was gone. It was initially it was there, but then it was gone after the first round.
Wow. You woke up in the ambulance?
Yeah. I woke up. People always ask me who hits harder, Archon, Ngannou, Derrick Lewis. I've fought them all, and only once I've been hit hard by Archon. He rocked me. He wobbled me. Ngannou, when I went to Beijing, he dropped me, but I was like still like there. But Derrick Lewis, all I remember is thinking in my head, okay, I'm gonna shoot, and then I wake up in the ambulance. So
damn,
I think he hits the hardest.
Did you get stretchered out of that one, or you only just like regain consciousness? You don't even remember.
I don't remember. Yeah, I woke up in the ambulance. Yeah.
Wow, that is wild. Like right now, have you even watched the fight again?
The Derrick Lewis fight?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've watched it a few times since then, just to take away the positives I was doing, like the movement, the angles, the combinations. There was a lot of things I did really well, and there was that one thing I didn't do very well, and that's when I took that shot. I took it like correctly, and that's something else we learned. I need to get offline before I shoot.
Is that one before your career is done that you'd like to get back?
I mean, you always want to avenge the losses. Who knows if he's around that long? Because honestly, it doesn't seem like Derrick Lewis has that fire, like that he wants to be around for a while. I don't know, because he did retire a few years ago, and then he came back. So you never know with him. But yeah, I'd like to get that back.
Were you surprised that he lost, and especially the way in which he lost to Tai?
I wasn't surprised he lost, but how he lost. Like, to see him hit Tai with everything he hit him with. He hit him with a lot of big, significant strikes. And for Tai to eat that and be able to bounce back, and then to force Derrick Lewis to be the one to shoot, that was very interesting. So I wasn't shocked that he lost it. When you fight like he does, like that brawling type of style, you're always going to be open to counter strikes. So I knew there was an opportunity there, but to see him hit Tuivasa with everything, and that wasn't enough, yeah, that was a little surprising.
There's a great, I think, like push of youngsters in the heavyweight division. You got Tai doing his thing, Tom Aspinall. Did you see that fight, Tom Aspinall, last weekend? Were you impressed with him?
Yeah, I did. Very impressive.
Yeah, so there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of interesting matchups for you. There's Cyril, of course. I feel like it's one of those three guys next. If it was up to you, obviously you said Cyril. I actually feel like there's a chance. Who knows? I mean, like it seems like they might have to do an interim title. I don't see John Jones coming back anytime soon. I don't know if Stipe is coming back anytime soon. Do you think there's a chance your next fight is actually for the interim belt, regardless of opponent?
Yeah, they have it. I think after this weekend and just the state of the division, like you just said, we don't know what's going on with John. We don't know what's going on with Stipe. Like we know what Stipe wants. He wants a title shot. But is he going to get it? And is he going to hold out until he gets what he wants? We don't know. So, yeah, I think an interim between me and Gon, or me and whoever, but I think I should be in that title fight. I deserve that. I have the resume. I've been in the top 5 for a few years now, and I think I deserve that.
When do you want to return?
I would be down to come back like end of the summer, July, August, sometime around there.
Also, are you, would it be fair to say that you're in the best shape of your career?
No, it can always get a little better. It can always get a little better. I am improving though. As I get older, I'm realizing, like, unfortunately it's taking me this long, but I'm realizing like sleep is important. what I'm eating, the powders, the supplements, the BCAAs. I've just really started to like really focus in on that stuff, and it's helping. And I'm going to continue to get better at that. I think the next fight, I like to enter around 255 just to have a little more energy because I'm expecting to have another 5-round fight.
Mm. And you think Dawkins should move down to 205? Why is that?
I do, just because, like I said, I forgot who asked me originally after the fight, but I'm just because you weigh 240 whatever pounds doesn't mean exactly that you have the frame to be a heavyweight. Like, I think he can easily make like heavyweight. I think he'd have a lot more success at heavyweight because he's very fast. He doesn't have the pop behind his punches. Because he did hit me with an overhand, and it just glanced off. It didn't really hurt. And that's when I knew like he doesn't have the power.
The way you set up that right hand was beautiful. I mean, you look like a freaking bantamweight out there. That was amazing stuff, man. Of all your knockouts, is that up there?
Oh yeah, it's up there. That's I think I'd have to go Junior, Dawkins, and then Alistair.
Oh yeah. Man, what a list. What a list of legends. And that's why I feel like people need to respect you more and stop painting you with that brush of the wrestler or boring. I mean, I don't honestly, when I think of Curtis Blaydes, I think of your ground and pound. I think of you like mauling guys with your elbows on the ground. I think of those knockouts that you just mentioned. Now this one on Saturday. It's frustrating to hear that stuff. And like I said, 6 of 7. The loss to Derrick. A lot of people have lost to him. Francis, obviously. I mean, it's only the creme de la creme. So people need to start respecting you a little more, in my opinion. Okay. All right. You want me to fight them for you? Because I will.
Hey, having you on my side would help a lot. I do appreciate that.
Well, I'm on your side, Curtis. Congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the knockout. I bet you love fighting in front of the people, right? Like you've now had 2 straight in front of the people. Oh, yeah. So much different, right? The energy, the buzz.
The energy. It was amazing. And just, I wasn't expecting to receive like the love. It almost felt like I was in Chicago, almost.
Wow, that is amazing. Especially, Illinois, Ohio, not exactly the best of friends as far as states go, but yeah, they did show love. Yeah. I believe the highest grossing fight night of all time is what they said in terms of the gate and all that. So pretty incredible. Yeah. Well done to you and everyone. Thank you for the time, Curtis. I appreciate it, and congrats again.
Thank you. I appreciate being on the show.
All right, there he is, Curtis Blaydes. Razor Blaydes. Yeah, listen to this lineup of people that he has beaten as of late. Chris Dawkins, Jairzinho Rozenstruik, Alexander Volkov, Junior Dos Santos, Shamil Abdurakhimov, Justin Willis, prior to the Ngannou fight, knocked out Alistair Overeem. Remember that in Chicago? Got a performance of the night bonus for that one. Also got one for Saturday. Prior to that, Mark Hunt, Alexei Oleinik, Daniel Omelianchuk, beat Adam Milstead. That was overturned, but in the fight beat him. I mean, it was marijuana. Cody East. I mean, in the UFC, his only losses, 2 to Francis and 1 to Derrick. This man's one of the top fighters in the heavyweight division.